guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. And dude, Dokkan is like some of the most dead it's ever been because both versions are simultaneously leading into a big celebration. So what that means is that, you know, Dokkan is typically very quiet before major celebrations. And since both versions are leading into one, it's just quiet as a mouse currently on JP Dokkan. So I'm breaking the emergency glass. And I will do the Link level 10 videos for LR 5-year anniversary Gogeta Blue and LR Vegito Blue. Now, here's the thing about these characters, right? Well, I should probably change that and put something better on them there. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. LR Gogeta Blue and LR Vegito Blue are still two of the best units in the game. Dumbasses will downplay these units and say, like, they're mid, they're not that great, and stuff like that. And that's just, like, it's insanity, right? It's just, you know, they definitely have aged compared to, like, new units. But they're still incredibly good. So, like, immediately we open up this turn and, like, Gogeta's at 87k defense, which is just horrendous. That's, like, really bad. But the thing about base Gogeta, right, is that he gets a 50% chance of dodging as the third attacker in the turn. So what happens is, in base, because Gogeta will transform into Super Saiyan Blue on turn 3, or turn 4, excuse me, you leave these 5 anniversary Blue fusions. You leave them, for the most part, in the third slot before they transform. That is really the way to utilize these characters, right? By leaving them in slot 3, you have the 50% chance to dodge. Their defense is still pretty bad, but at least they've got that chance to dodge, you know, nailed down, right? Now, Gogeta has a really good link set. Saiyan Warrior Race, Fuse Fighter, Prepared for Battle, Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Amazing link set. Unfortunately, Gogeta does lose Prepared for Battle when he transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. 2.77 right here. Definitely not the craziest attack stat ever. You know, I would argue this is probably actually pretty bad. But the thing is that the Blue Fusions, they have a guaranteed additional that has a 30% chance of being a super attack. So it is relatively common that you're going to see the Blue Fusions, you know, at least double super during turn 2. Again, I don't think it's rare for them to actually be able to bust out multiple super attacks while they're in base. I see that happen quite often, right? But the thing that makes the Blue Fusions super impressive is once they transform, right? Now, they are definitely intended more so for, like, the long, difficult events. What's funny is, the Blue Fusions are each other's best friend. Vegito Blue, Gogeta Blue. They share 6 out of 7 links. But, like, there was no event in the game where it was even possible for the two of them to start building up simultaneously. Like, they do too much damage. They're too strong, the two Blue Fusions next to each other. Now that we have the GT Legendary Goku event, this video is going to be much easier to make because I should actually be able to very capably build them up, right? The OG Legendary Goku event was not hard enough to fully build these characters up. All right, so here we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I probably do want to leave Vegito Blue around, because he's linking up a little bit better. There's another turn of no support. Looks like we're not even going to be able to transform into Blue on this initial run. I'm running Final Trump Card, and it's like Final Trump Card is like really good, right? Because like all of these, what the fusion characters are really good at in Dokkan is racking up 3 million right there. Racking up ridiculous damage as quick as possible, right? Like all these fusion characters, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the Blue Gogetas, these Vegito Blues, they just rack up so much damage so fast. It just makes the Final Trump Card like a very fast team, even though the team is 150% across the board, right? You're able to really output just a huge chunks of damage very, very rapidly. All right, so here's the friend Blue Gogeta transforming. Let me double check if this one is level 10 links. If it's not, then I mean I don't really care what this guy's performance is. All right, let me see. Are you level 10 links, my boy? He is. Okay, so we can actually care about this then. 20 crit 9. I do not agree with that. No, sir. I don't like this guy's build. I mean, it's not. I actually. Okay. The thing about spreads, crit, and additional, again, a lot of times people ask me, like, oh, this character, how's my spread for this character? For the most part, I don't think it matters too much, right? I do like going 3 dodge, because you're going from, Garesh's argument, is that it's like an infinite percent increase. You're going from a 0% chance to dodge to a 3%. You're giving yourself a chance, right? Like, that's my whole point always, is that if you don't have 3 dodge, your character can't even dodge at all. Like, you give them that chance, and it saves you. So I always do like going 3 dodge on all the characters. But this Gogeta is a super effective against all types character. These are one of the only characters where I do, like, think the spread matters. Because crits does not give you that much extra damage over the super effective against all types. But another additional, and Gogeta is just cream pieing anything in front of him. So I don't like the idea of giving these super effective against all types units full crit. And then the Vegito counter units, you absolutely must go full crit. Because the Vegito counter units suck ass. Unless they're critting on their counters. They suck. Again, not the LRs. The LRs are able to hit hard even without crits on their counters. But, you know, a lot of these other TUR Vegetos, you need the crit for their counters to do damage. Alright, so Gogeta. We're only going to get one, like, he's going to instantly eradicate this Kid Gohan is dead immediately. We're actually going to have a 23 key super attack right here, too, by the way. So, the thing about the Blue Fusions when they transform is they get 7% attack and defense for every attack in slot 1 and 2, up to a max of 77%. So you have to do 11 attacks to fully build them up. That's why, like, seeing them fully built up is uber rare. You're, like, the OG Legendary Goku event, like, it's not even hard enough for the most part for them to do it. All right, so 3 million right there. Not the craziest, but, I mean, Lynx, we had, what, Fierce Battle active, and that's it. So he does this, but he's super effective against all types as well. And he's got the built-in normal, and then there's the additional super attack right there that he can get. Keep in mind, Gogeta raises defense. He gets a 30% defensive buff on both his 18 key and 12 key super attacks. This is why sometimes Vegito, I feel, can look a little bit better in difficult content, because he has a guaranteed double super, right? Which means he gets guaranteed double defensive raises. Whereas Gogeta is just outputting more damage, I think, with the super effective against all types. And nothing will slow Gogeta down, whereas Vegito against an int type unit can be slowed down. So there we go. There was our first look at Gogeta. Obviously super impressive, right? Let's keep going. Alright, so now we're over here on the Realm of Gods team. Obviously, the int UI Goku EZA, he's going to work tremendously well with the Blue Fusions. The one character that maybe won't work as well with them is actually the best unit in the game, AGL UI Goku. Because remember, he does not have Over in a Flash, does not have Prepare for Battle, does not have Super Saiyan, right? A lot of these main links that the Blue Fusions are going to be rocking that AGL LR UI Goku is not rocking, right? So like the STR and int UI Gokus will work well with them, but the AGL UI Goku will not. Obviously, the two Gogetas work incredibly well together. We have everything active here except for Kamehameha and Legendary Power, so that's good. Remember that the Blue Fusions and base also do give themselves 3 key when they attack, by the way, which is pretty good. 114k defense right here, so much better than what we've seen from him in base up to this point. And then, of course, next turn we'll actually be able to transform with him and see. Okay, so 3.62 right there, so that's the best number we've seen from him in base thus far. And again, remember that when they actually transform, when Gogeta transforms, every attack he does in slot 1 and 2 is super effective against all types. Now, the other thing to remember, too, is that both of the Blue Fusions do have an active skill. We'll definitely get it in this video. I will probably end with Gogeta's active skill, try and finish the enemy off, because he does have sort of like I think a really cool KO screen, right? It's basically the, Legends gave Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta similar, like, sort of like, kind of like finish screen or KO screen on his LF, which is cool. Okay, so we're easily gonna finish this Gogeta off right here. Again, the Blue Fusions, they just, to say they do a lot of damage is just like, it's comical. Like, once these two get going in a good situation, they're just absolutely evaporating anything in front of them, right? And again, I am gonna go to the GT Legendary Goku event for our last run. We'll probably do Transformation Boost for our last run, I think. And, sort of just let the Blue Fusions just sort of go through, spin up, build up their maximum attack and stuff like that, try and get that active skill in. The reason the active skill is tough to do, by the way, is because the bare minimum you can get it off is turn 6, right? Because it has to be the turn after they transform. There's one enemy, and that enemy is under 50% HP. I mean, it is a very powerful attack, but it's just not something you're going to very commonly see, right? It's going to be pretty rare. All right, so we're going to have the two blue Gogetas next to each other. By the way, AGL blue Gogeta, when he's... This guy is still, like, actually ridiculous because 50% chance to dodge and guaranteed crits is insanity. We can have 6 out of... So Tech Vegito Blue will give us 6 out of 7 links, actually. These two work incredibly well together. I am actually going to use a shoe item as well, because I would like to have him at full 24 key, which we're going to have. All right, so this Gogeta is dead right here. 91k defense isn't that great, but again, he still has to build up quite a bit. And then don't forget that the Blue Fusions do give themselves 30% defense on super attacks. So it's like, it is deceiving, right? Like, after Gogeta supers, his defense is going to be looking much better. And then, you know, he's also building up a little bit. So it's like, typically they can survive in difficult events as well. So 4 million, but it is super... I mean, you can see how he's aged, right? Because that 4 million right there, super effective against all types, is good. But that's also what in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does turn 1, right? Like, in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the TUR, who came out, what, like 9 months later or 8 months later or whatever, he does that turn 1, right? Because, like, the 5-year anniversary units were before the gigantic power creep explosion that was introduced with either STR UI Goku or Jiren or Tech Ultimate Gohan. Like, those units, from then on, like, Dokkan took a massive jump in power. Many of those characters released just before that jump in power. Kefla, AGL, Bardock, just, you know, Exchange Boo, just don't really hold up to the units of today. All right, let's go to, like, the Kamehameha team next. Again, we'll do another, like, sort of quick run, but then we're gonna go into a long event and really build things up. All right, so here we are in the Kamehameha team. One thing to remember about the Kamehameha team, by the way, is that it's very good. And we have, you know, some of these new mega support options that we can really run on this Kamehameha team to help it look a little bit better. 124k defense from Gogeta. Also, keep in mind that the Blue Fusions, both base Gogeta and base Vegito, they do stack attack in base. So, you know, to get, like, LR Blue Gogeta's best attack stat, we would need to triple super with base Gogeta twice, right? On turn 1 and turn 3, base Gogeta would need to triple super attack, because, you know, then we get the 3 stacks of that sort of attack stacking. So, like, already we're off to a good start, right? We got 2 of 3 in the first turn. I'm going to go through this, you know, run right here with Kamehameha. Then after this, we're going to go to the GT Legendary Goku event. I'm going to go to, I think, Transformation Boost. And then we're just going to get the 2 Blue Fusions together, and we're just going to let them rock, right? So this video, obviously, I'm prioritizing Gogeta. I'll do a follow-up video very soon where we'll do a full level 10 links for Vegito as well. Now, I mean, I would have to say pretty much for both of them, basically their best situation is, like, together, right? The 2 of them together, like, Dokkan has done this now many years in a row, right? Starting with the 2nd anniversary on, like, they drop the anniversary units, and not only are they always the best units in the game, they have every single year been the best units in the game, but they typically are also each other's best friend. 2-year anniversary, Super Saiyan 4s, each other's best friend. 3-year anniversary, you know, the LR transforming, you know, Goku and Vegeta into the Vegito and Gogeta cards. They are each other's best friend. 4-year anniversary, LR Super Saiyan 4s, they're each other's best friend. 5-year anniversary, the Blue Fusions, they're each other's best friend. And then they continued the theme during the 6th-year anniversary as well, with LR Evolution Blue Vegeta and LR UI Goku are basically each other's best friend as well. They even shafted LR Evolution Blue Vegeta from having the Super Saiyan link, maybe seemingly to make them work better. I don't know, it's very odd, right? Alright, I'm going to keep Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman on this rotation right here. We will go ahead and do this, and then this will allow our boy to, you know, do a little bit better in terms of his links, right? Because we have nearly everything. The only links we don't have active here are Fuse Fighter and Over in a Flash. Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Legendary Power, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, all active. I'm going to save the key up items for a little bit later. We are still going to get an 18-key super attack on this turn, even with, you know, Gogeta being shy, because, again, remember, he does get the 3-key on attack, right? pretty good for the base fusions to have that ability. By the way, this Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, of course, is a really, really good card. He is going to be able to help out a lot on a lot of these teams. And, you know, in long events, you know, he's building up that attack and defense as he attacks, which is good. Okay, so up over 4 million on this turn for Gogeta. You know, most of his links active. You know, we did have one support type unit, and, you know, we're able to break up above a 4 million attack set right there. That's pretty good, right? Considering he could have triple super attacked right there. That would have been a lot of damage. Like, you know, he could have been, you know, close to a 13, 14 million attack stat right there, depending upon how things would have played out. All right, I want to not go too crazy here because we're on the cusp of killing Boo. Like, if Boo Piccolo does not heal himself right away, Gogeta's going to kill him out. I think he's probably dead anyway, because we're going to have both blue fusions together. I'm going to let the rotation play out, and I think Boo Tanks is probably dead. I mean, this is the thing, right? When you get these blue fusions together, like, they're both transformed, they're on a rotation, events can't, like, they still can't survive what these two can do, right? Like, it's just not possible. They hit too hard. They're too many attacks. They're hitting too hard, right? Vegito guaranteed double supers. Gogeta super effective against all types. It just really pierces any defenses that these bosses have got, right? So, all right. Now they're both going to transform. Again, we're going to have them next to each other. They're going to have 6 out of 7 links active here. I believe the only link for Gogeta not active is Warrior Gods, and then Vegito Blue has Power Bestowed by God, right? Those are the 2 links that will not be active right here. Yep. Okay. All right, so let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to get Gogeta. That is a 24 key super attack right there, because remember, he gets 5 key. LR Blue Gogeta does if he launches an attack in slot 1 or 2. Wait, no, does that actually, I think the 5 key activates no matter what. I think he gets that no matter what. I think. I'd have to double check that. Oh, okay, so one thing I should point out with the blue fusions, we'll do this right now. So, right, they build up that 7% attack and defense as a first attacker or second attacker in the turn. In the 3rd slot, they get a guaranteed additional super and then a 50% chance to dodge. Now, there's shenanigans you could do with their active skills. I've shown this before. In the God event, in particular with Vegito Blue, I was able to get it done, right? Where you can use the active skill in the 3rd slot, which then will activate their part of the passive from the 3rd slot. So you get the guaranteed additional super and the high chance to dodge. Then you could put them in the 1st slot, activating their other abilities. So Vegito could super attack 4 times, 50% chance to dodge, and probably have north of 200k, 300k defense, right? Not bad, but again, that's a very difficult situation to come by, and that involves using the active skill as well. And the fact that you have to get the enemy under 50% HP, it's like almost unrealistic that any boss could even survive anyway. All right, so Blue Gogeta at 111k defense. Remember, he builds up, right, as he's attacking. He gets 7% attack and defense, and he gets 30% defense on super as well. So he's a 5.21. That is very good, because this is super effective against all types, and he has a guaranteed normal coming as well, which will do good damage because it's super effective against all types. Then Vegito Blue does his double guaranteed super attack. They're nasty, dude. Like, that's it. These two are really nasty. So, all right, now we're going to do the big run. Let's go to Transformation Boost, GT Legendary Goku event, and we will see what Gogeta has to offer to us. All right, so this is ideal right here. We're actually going to get Gogeta turn 1 right here. So this means we'll be able to stack up his attack for, you know, both this first turn and on turn 3, and we'll be able to get Vegito Blue with him. So even though I brought Vegito Blue to like every single one of these runs, this is the first time we're going to get the 2 of them together in base, right? That's a good example of how not to use the blue fusions, by the way, in base in an event like this. Notice how Gogeta just got slapped up unbelievably right there. We only got 1 super attack. That's also very unfortunate. Even taking 30k from normals, right? But again, that's the way you want to use the blue fusions, is you rock them in slot 3 to float off until they're able to transform, right? Once they're transformed, of course, they will destroy. They will absolutely incinerate. All right, so again, we're just going to sort of move through the event right here. We're going to let the blue fusions build up in power. Just continue building up and building up and building up and building up, and then sort of, you know, see what they have to offer us. Okay. Okay, the key is looking amazing. That's terrific key placement here. I'm just sort of like, I don't know. I want to get things built up for, like, Gogeta and stuff next turn. The other thing that can be a bit annoying is depending upon how things can start out, right? Doing, like, you know, a showcase in one of these legendary event runs or something like that. Like, you know, I guess, like, we very easily could die in here, right? Like, that Great Ape Goku, the Blue Fusion's defense, like, after they're blue and they're attacking and stuff like that, like, it's fine. But it's not fine on the level where they're going to be tanking that guy, right? Like, the Great Ape Goku will destroy them, so we want to be careful there. All right. So, not really going to be able to get too much. Notice his defense lowered from being supered last turn. Not really going to be able to get too much in terms of keys, so I'm actually going to just pop a Fruit of the Tree of Might right here. I would like to see what they have to offer on this turn. Remember that Cooler is supporting them, by the way. That's one of the really cool things about Cooler, is the fact that they made his transformation boost support ability against only one enemy. 4 million right there. So because of that, like, Cooler works very well with a lot of these characters, right? Like AGL, Blue Vegeta, in UI Goku, right? So many characters like that work really well with Cooler because of the way they made his support type ability. Making leaders in the fashion of Cooler is just a very good idea, right? Like, though, like, you know, I think the AGL Kid Gohan, you know, Cooler, Bojack, all, like, beautiful designs. Okay, so probably gonna leave AGL Cooler right here for now, and I'm gonna let him continue to sort of build up. We'll be able to get a little glimpse over here as well of EZA, Physical Final Form Cooler. We'll sort of, I guess we could side-by-side compare him to the Blue Fusions. Now, as far as Gogeta's active skill goes, we're definitely going to get it in this video, right? I probably want to end with his active skill, but I do want to make sure that we get the KO screen, that, like, sort of, like, like him standing there. I love that. I don't know. It's like, that's one of the best things about the Blue Fusions is both of their KO screens are sick, right? Vegito Blue crossing his arms, and then the Gogeta like finger flicking the energy away and then just standing there is just always the coolest shit in the world. All right, so we're gonna have Kid Buu on rotation, but he's not gonna have his full passive active. Wow, we almost died. Okay. All right. All right, so now we get the Blue Fusions transformed. Gogeta supered, what, 3 times in base? He supered 3 when he could have potentially supered 6, so we do want to keep that in mind. All right, so we have the 2 of them together. Again, 6 out of 7 links active. No, I don't think, I'm not going to use an item right here, I think. Okay, this is going to give us a full 24 key super attack, then we'll do this right there. That'll go ahead and heal us up a little bit. We should be good. If Goku super attacks, I think we probably are dead, but let's go ahead and see how it goes. I mean, if so, I'll just come back in, you know, once we get to this point. So we got to keep track of Gogeta's attacks, by the way. This is 1. We need to get 11 attacks before he is fully built up, right? So again, we'll just sort of keep a running tally of our boy. Okay, that's a fair amount of damage right there for our boy Gogeta. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, I'm going to keep floating away the STR coolers as well. Because by floating them off, what we're doing is we're keeping that support sort of around for the Blue Fusions as well. Again, I'm going to keep Gogeta in slot 1 also, since he is the primary focus of the showcase. But, I mean, you know, typically when you're using them, you probably just want to, like, sort of, like, bounce them around back and forth. You know, maybe depending upon, you know, what the typing is for any given stage or something like that, right? Like, you know, obviously Gogeta against this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we definitely would want to run him in the first slot. Dude, that's with damage reduction. Man, this Goku hits very hard here. That AGL Cooler can be good, but, you know, we need him to be building up. Actually, you might be dead, or you're close to it. Jeez. That Physical Cooler, if he gets going, he really gets going. Like, you know, Physical Cooler kind of resembling these boys a little bit, the Blue Fusions, huh? Ay, Cooler, chill, my boy. Okay. So, we can get the active skill. The thing is, alright, check it out. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use Vegito's active skill right here. Because this is a good opportunity to get the active skill, for sure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Vegito's active skill. If it finishes Goku off, cool, we get to see his end screen and stuff like that. But if it doesn't, then we'll be able to finish off with Gogeta's. We'll go right into his. I think if I use Vegito's, then use Gogeta's, that will finish Goku off. The active skill also counts as one of their stacks in slot 1 or 2, by the way, so you do want to keep that in mind. Only 7 million damage, huh? That is a blow right there. Remember, you can't compare the active skill attacks of, like, the blue Gogeta or, you know, some of these, like, powerful LRs to, like, the GT Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta. Like, there's, like, tickle. But, like, some of these are just, like, dominant. This is really bad. Oh, boy. Well, it looks like we might be bowing out early here. Basically, I don't really want to use an item right here yet. I'm just gonna have to. We're just gonna have to go with it. If Great Ape Goku super attacks Final Form Cooler, we're done. So there's not really too much I could do here. We ended up with 2 physical units on this rotation. Bringing Kid Buu for this showcase is probably a mistake just because of this. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. AGL Cooler will be able to take it. Again, remember that the active skill that Gogeta did count as one of his stacks. So, I mean, this does go to show it's very difficult, dude, to get the blue fusions all the way built up. I mean, we need 11 attacks with Gogeta. He's only done 2. So, I mean, this run might not even be able to do it. We'll try. All right, so let me go ahead and do this right here. We'll do this with Vegito. The only problem, I'm a little concerned. Damn, do I have to use an item? I'm gonna let this play out. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. I might just go to the regular Goku event, for like a showcase setting. Yeah, 77k is a lot. Oof. All right, he's at 6 million, super effective against all types, which is really, really good. But like this would be just a lot easier with having the whole thing of items. I wonder if I should do a video on the blue fusions just going through this. It would work a lot better because like STR Cooler can't tank in here, right? Like showcasing the 2 of these guys off would work better on like Realm of Gods with like Int UI Goku as the leader. The only thing is then we'd be getting a 160% lead. That's attack number 4 with Gogeta. There's attack number 5. So we're basically right around the halfway point to fully building him up. Dude, the damage like, you see how much damage he's doing? Like, it's just, like, this Goku is not a bitch. This is one of the strongest enemies in the game right here, this Great Ape Goku. And it's just all of that health, dude, gone. Just see ya. Okay, we got kind of lucky. Yeah, if he had supered Vegito there, I think we were dead. Okay, cool. Well, this will take us into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who is far less of a threat here. Oh, this is perfect, too. Yep, we'll do exactly this right here. I'm going to, I guess, just do this. Actually, I'll just do this right here. All right, so we're going to go into this next rotation. This is Gogeta, again, 5 attacks in. Oh, 8.26 by you, huh? Okay. Again, Cooler. Yeah, all right. I'm going to have to hop back in because this is not... we're not going to get the full stack for Gogeta. we're not going to get him up to 11 links. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the OG Goku event. And I'll probably just, like, float Tech Vegito Blue around until I can get Gogeta to, like, the 11 attacks. Because he's just doing too much damage. As soon as we finish this fight, I'm just going to skip ahead until Gogeta is, like, you know, ready to be fully built up. Because, again, right now we're 5 attacks in. 128k defense. Again, don't forget, that number's not the craziest ever. 128k. I mean, honestly, let's just say that it sucks, considering we're 11 turns in. But the thing about it, right, is that he's getting 30% defense every time he supers. So his defense is definitely, it's actually looking much more respectable after he attacks. But running this rotation in difficult events nowadays, like the God event or something like this, I don't know, it doesn't work the greatest, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we get right here from our boy Gogeta. So this is going to be attack, ooh, yeah, he's taking 40k right there. So this is attack number 6, so there he is at a 6 million attack stat. Remember, he is super effective against all types, so even though Cooler is doing a higher attack stat, Gogeta is definitely outputting more damage right here. Then there's attack number 7, but only 6 and 7. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to finish him out right there. Wow, that just goes to show you how crazy these EZAs are getting. Like, Cooler deep in events, like, it's not a stretch to say he's comparable to them, huh? That was not my intention with this. I just wanted to put a powerful unit on this other rotation, but oh my goodness. Cooler, you gotta slow down, brother. I'm gonna use a Fruit of the Tree, I might as well, just to make sure Blue Fusions are looking really good. We do have damage reduction here, so we should be good. I'll do this. That might have been a mistake. It's fine, it's fine. We'll be fine regardless, because we do have a little bit of damage reduction. I might just make this next turn our last turn, and then, again, just skip ahead. And then we'll sort of see the level of damage we're going to be able to get. I'm going to leave Physical Final Form Cooler off, because the problem with Physical Final Form Cooler right now is he's disrupting my showcase, because he's looking better than Blue Gogeta. Stop that. Stop that right now, Cooler. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, Cooler just did a, you know, 24 million attack stat very casually right there. Cooler, please. I'm sweating right now. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Cooler. Cooler is a funny guy, right? Cooler, you could really get a vast range with him, too. Like, he could look mid. Like, I mean, I guess if the situation is really abysmal and you don't have, like, big bad bosses and Thirst for Conquest active and stuff like that, where he could look like an absolute god, like he is so far here. Okay, so now Gogeta's up to 166k, not bad. We are going to be at full 24 key right here, although I did use a Fruit of the Tree, I might, didn't I? Alright, let's just keep going. Keep in mind, this is going to be attack number 8 right here that Gogeta is doing. So this is attack 8. Yeah, that's basically, so that's an 8 million attack stat, super effective against all types. Units that go super effective against all types usually are not getting that high. Alright, so we've done 9 attacks, and we're dead, I think. Okay, so I'll come back once our boy Gogeta is fully built up, and we will see what he's capable of doing. Very impressive, but, I mean, I guess this at the same time was a nice little comparison to see how the Blue Fusions have aged directly to a more modern unit, which is the EZA Cooler, right? Alright, so we made it! Here we go. Fun time is here. This is Gogeta. We already have our 11 attacks in, so Gogeta is fully built up. This is a 170% attack and defense lead, because we're still on the Cooler Transformation Boost Terrifying Conqueror team. We got 50% buff from Kid Buu. So there's Gogeta. See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, it's hard to get to this point, right? But Gogeta's rocking 216k defense. Remember, he gets 30% defense on every super attack from that, right? Let's go ahead and see what damage this boy is going to put up. Again, his passive is fully built up. 50% support. We've seen the active skill. Gogeta, close this out. All right, so 10 million. Super effective against all types. Okay. See, that's good, all right? Like, it's a lot of damage. And then he gets this additional normal. That's super effective as well. And then he does a 7 million additional. So it's like, I mean, I don't know what the attack stat of all the damage Gogeta just did right there, but it's like 27 million or something like that, I would think. It's pretty crazy. Could you make the case that Easy A Physical Cooler is better than them, though? I think so. I think Easy A Physical Cooler is just better. That's an unintended side effect from this video, but I feel like that's true. That Cooler is just better because he's towering over them when they're in base. Again, I've always argued that they've been a little bit underrated in base form, Blue Gogeta and Blue Vegito, but Cooler towers over their base form versions. And then he's able to compete even with them very built up, right? So let me know what you guys think of LR Blue Gogeta full level 10 links. Still a very good unit, right? And I think that these guys are some of the more fun units to use too once they start going crazy. I think they're gonna be a little bit better. Because like running the two of them together is a little bit iffy in like these difficult events and stuff like that, right? Like they get cream pied. Like the GT Goku event, they will get smacked. But like when tech like Vegito Blue, the TUR gets his EZA, and you could rock like him as a partner with the two of them. I mean, I assume his defense is going to be much better than theirs, you know. And then you could rock these guys because like you could rock this guy or LR Vegito Blue in slot 2 in like all the content in the game. They're going to be fine, right? But it's like it's when you can't run them in slot 1 against like that graded Goku. You're dead, right? But they can handle slot 2, but not slot 1. So let me know what you guys think of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.